Hello, I'm Kevin Barthel. The holiday season has begun at home, and I have a project I'd like to share with you. Now, I don't know about you, but as a kid, I would go into the department stores and I would marvel at their decorations, especially the Garland. I'd like to show you how to get that lush and full look into your own home. To make our Garland, we're going to use the inexpensive kind. There's no reason to spend a lot of money. As you'll see, there are so many ornaments added to this that you don't really even see much of the greenery. But this is the kind of garland you can find anywhere, the drugstore or the hardware store. And what we're going to do is take some 26 gauged wire, it's floral wire, and just cut about, 6-inch piece. And we're going to start twisting it around the garland, kind of connecting the two pieces together. We'll probably do this about every 3-4 feet. And cut off the extra. It's just to secure them together so they don't come apart while you're working on it. All right, so our greenery is now put together. The next step is to put the lights on. I'm going to use LED lights. The price of LED lights has come way down in the past few years, and they supposedly last longer than the old-fashioned kind. I'm going to use blue and white lights because that's my color scheme, blue and white. Make sure you cut those ugly little tags off the lights because you can't hide them very easily. And also, one thing to remember is, where is your power source coming from? Make sure whichever end of your garland you're going to put together first, that's where the plug goes. The whole process of putting the lights on is pretty much the same as what we just did. We're going to take pieces of wire, twist it around, cut it off, and then we're just going to weave our lights through the garland all the way down to the end. Don't worry too much about the placement of your lights, because while you're putting the ornaments on, you're going to be able to manipulate the lights to wherever you want. Our lights are secured onto the garland, so now it's time to figure out where to put our fasteners. And this will be wherever it's going to hang on the wall, on the banister, on the hearth. We're going to use a 22 gauge floral wire. It's a little heavier than the gauge we were using before. I would say about 2 feet of wire, and we're going to fold it in half. Then wherever you have determined it's going to be a fastener, you twist it around and twist the entire piece together. Then fold that in half around your fingers and then twist. And we have a nice hook for your garland. The tedious part of our project is done, the lights. I hate putting the lights on, but now it's to the fun part, putting the ornaments on. You can do any color scheme you can think of. You could do a traditional red and green, you could do all the colors in the rainbow, but I've chosen a blue, silver, and kind of this ice blue color for my color scheme. Now these are all shatterproof ornaments, and you have 3 options for fastening them onto your garland. The first, you can just take your wire and run it through the little fastener that comes with the ornament. But if you put too much pressure on it, the fasteners come off. The next option is you could take your hot glue gun and you can glue each one of these little fasteners on. But I choose the third. Get out your big old drill and drill 2 holes in each of the ornaments. And that way, you can feed your wire right through the holes. And of course, there it goes. And twist it onto your ornament. And voila, it's never going to fall off this garland. To feed your wire through, you just want to hook the end of your wire and pass it through one hole and out the other. Give it a good twist, and this ornament is ready to be fastened on. Once you start putting your ornaments on, I like to start with the largest first and randomly place them throughout the garland. There is no right or wrong here. It is a completely random pattern. The only thing you want to avoid is putting two of the same type of ornament next to each other. Once you have the ornaments all prepared, it goes pretty fast. Another trick you can use is you can take 3 of the same size and twist them together. And then fasten them as one unit. Helps fill the garland in faster. Always remember to trim off your excess. And now you can see why the garland itself doesn't have to be that expensive, or the greenery itself doesn't have to be that expensive, because you don't see very much of it. I also have some picks and frond thingies. I don't know what this you call this, but we're going to shove that in there and add it to it. Anybody know what that's called? Wait, what do they call it? Oh, it's a decorative pick. That's what it's called. And I have some snowflakes. They're on a little stick. I wired that together. We're going to shove that in there, wire it on. If you have a power source handy, it's helpful now to plug your garland in so you can figure out where your lights are and kind of manipulate them in between the ornaments. And you just keep working your way down the entire stretch of garland by adding more and more ornaments. You're going to need a lot of ornaments, and I suggest think ahead. If you're not ready to do it this year, think ahead for next year and hit the sales after the holidays. That's what I did with these ornaments, and I got them, some of them 70, 90% off. These were pennies on the dollar. So think ahead for next year and hit the sales. All right, we're going to take the 22 gauge wire that we made our hooks out of earlier and cut about a 2-foot piece. Then we're going to find that hook we made earlier right at the beginning and feed the wire through. Then we're going to bring both sides up over the banister and one of the sides down through the rung. And twist the wire in place. Snip off the excess and bend under. And then we're done. Here's the finished product. Now, I'm not going to lie, that's a lot of ornaments, and it took some time. But hopefully you've seen it's not brain surgery. And the best part is, next year, decorating will be a breeze. So from at home to your home, I'm Kevin Barthel. Happy holidays. Who ate my gingerbread man?